Just want to show you the Wedge solar welcome light by the SolarCentre. This is a small courtesy light which emits light as bright as a 50-watt equivalent light bulb. Of course, it doesn't need any electricity. It will work in winter, and it could give you up to 250 triggers per night with the light coming on for 30 seconds at a time. Now, this should be much more efficient than equivalent models available, because many of those, whilst they're cheaper, they operate on an always dim basis of a night time and then get brighter on activation of movement. That makes them run down that much quicker because they're always drawing power. This one will only light up at its brightest when it's actually triggered, with the light staying on for 30 seconds per time. This should make it very efficient. This particular Wedge has a 0.44 watt solar panel. It's powered by a 2.22 Wh lithium ion battery, and the 0.8 watt 6000K 80 lumens LED, as I said, is equivalent to about a 50 watt traditional light bulb. It can detect within an angle of about 120 degrees at a distance of approximately 3 meters. And as I said, the only light modes are off or coming on for 30 seconds with motion detection enabled. That's after dusk, of course. The size of this light is 8.65 centimeters by 11.45 centimeters by 4.15 centimeters. It does come with the mounting screws, and one of those goes in above the solar panel. The other one is used to secure the light to your wall or fence, of course with that first screw securing it. So it's that screw in first, then pull the light down over that first screw using the second screw to secure. The only other thing in the package is this little pin, which is used to turn the unit off or on via this little hole you see just here, just in there. Just goes in there, just a push to turn it on and a push to turn it off. Now, of course, it should be left permanently on once you've got it in position, so it comes on every evening. You would turn it off when you're removing it to maybe move home or putting it into storage for a while. Then you'll need the pin out to turn it back off again. Now, when you receive this light, you should charge it for 3 days before use, and obviously the more sunlight you can actually give it, the better, and it should be positioned on a south facing aspect if at all possible. And you've got to make sure the solar panel is not obstructed, otherwise quite clearly it's not going to get enough charge. Now, there is another thing I like about items from SolarCentre, and that is the fact you can always understand their instruction booklets. No matter how relatively simple the product, it's always clearly explained. And what I do like is that the font used is always of a decent size that you can actually read. I don't know why many companies have a craze these days of using the smallest possible font possible, because it makes them so difficult to read. It's almost ridiculous, but there's no such problem with this. You can read the whole thing quite easily. I've now got some charge in the Wedge, and I'm just going to show you how sensitive it is to movement and the brightness of the light given out. So there we are. So that's all you've got to do within a 3 meter range and the light sets off very easily.